Hello and welcome to the McTaggart Attack podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart. This is episode 128. And I don't know. I got nothing today. Gonna be honest, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I wanted to do a podcast episode today, and this is not the best way to start out a podcast by saying I got nothing. So we'll do a trivial nonsense Friday where I'll just talk about some things that are important to me or what's going on with me that some people may call trivial nonsense. You know? Something like that. I really don't know. If you want to contact me, you can email me at mctaggartattack@gmail.com. You can tweet me at kevmct, or you can find me on, you can find the McTaggart Attack podcast Facebook page on Facebook and like that page. More importantly, if you like this podcast, and you're obviously listening to this podcast, if you can do me a favor and download every episode. Just download every episode. Get my numbers up for me. I'd appreciate it. You know, or however you listen. I think most people listen through Apple. I know a lot of people listen to the Podbean app, so that's cool. I told my Twitter followers, my 57,000 Twitter followers, like I said, follow me at KevMcT, KEVMCT. If all of my Twitter followers just downloaded one episode a month, I'd have 57,000 downloads a month, and that's really good. I tweeted that out like a week ago. No one reads my tweets, apparently. No one cares. But it's fine. It's perfectly fine. Shouldn't say Kevin. Shouldn't say Remember, it's unprofessional to say or like in a podcast. It's distracting. Or something like that. I don't care. Look, I'm going to do my podcast the way I want to do my podcast. If I want to have several episodes a week, I'll do several fucking episodes a week. Alright? If I want to say or like in my podcast, I'm going to fucking say that. Why? Because I don't know how to edit it out. None. No idea how to edit it out. The only reason why I have music in my podcast is because I'm using the Podbean app. If you want to start doing podcasts, I highly recommend the Podbean app. It's like a podcast app for your phone for dummies. Did I just call myself a dummy? Probably. Do I care? A little bit. I hurt my own feelings there, calling myself a dummy. See, what's aggravating me? What's not really aggravating me? I'm not going to mention the person's name, but on Facebook, I believe it was last week, I posted on Facebook, I think it was last Friday night, or something like that. I posted about how I thought Justice League was better than Avengers Endgame. Did I really believe that? No. But I don't think Endgame was as great as people said it was. I had so much stuff that I didn't like about the movie. And I talked about that in last Friday's episode entitled What I Hated About Avengers Endgame. So I'm not going to repeat anything that I said that, but I would recommend you listen to that podcast to hear what I had to say about Avengers Endgame. But I did post about not liking about thinking I tweeted out that I thought that Justice League was better than Avengers Endgame. Mostly to see what type of reactions I would get. I had quite a few people agree with me. That, which was surprising. Most people did not agree with me. Most people need to get their head removed from their ass. But I think the best response, best conversation I had with someone, is it here? Did it disappear? I'm looking for it. Bear with me here. Did it go away? Did this person delete it? Oh. Wait, nope. Let me try this. All comments. Yeah, you're just listening along as I'm doing this. I don't care. Let's see. It's got to be around here somewhere. What the fuck? Did this person? Did they delete it? Oh, heavens to Betsy. Oh my. Oh. Well. Did I put it somewhere else? Did it happen elsewhere? He deleted his conversation with me. This guy did. Oh my god. Ha! Oh man. That's hilarious. Oh wow. It's too bad. I took screenshots though. Let's see. His response to me was, then I think you are developmentally then I think you are developmentally disabled. This is in response to my post about Justice League being better than Endgame. And then I wrote back, so I have mental problems because I disagree with you? Maybe you're the one developmentally disabled. Good one, right? That's what I said back. And he said, yeah, you go with that. You sound like an idiot, but who cares? You just be you. Life's too short to worry that you like shitty movies. Then I wrote back, if life is too short for you to worry about my opinion, why did you comment in the first place? And name calling isn't necessary since I don't even know you. Then he wrote back, why did I comment in the first place? A fair question. Because I'm used to seeing stupid shit, so as I scroll through my Facebook feed. But apart from pro-Trump rhetoric, your post is the stupidest fucking post I've ever read. Woohoo! Justice League was the worst piece of shit ever made. Completely indefensible. What? Justice League was not that bad. That was my comment to him. This was the part that made me laugh my ass off. I will not tell anyone his name, but I will tell you personally. He then says, he says, Justice League was the worst piece of shit ever made. Completely indefensible. Then he says, I'm an artist, and I have a very low tolerance for garbage. You probably shouldn't be allowed to have a podcast if you blather nonsense like this. I hope that answered your question. You're welcome. When I read that and I saw this thing about, I'm an artist. I'm like, shut up. I'm an artist. Like, he talks about I'm an artist and that I shouldn't have a podcast because all I do is blather nonsense. This guy has a podcast and I listen to it. And you know what he does in his podcast? He blathers nonsense. So you're going to rip me for my podcast. You're going to rip me for my opinion. You're going to say some stupid shit about Justice League, which is not the worst movie ever made. It is not the biggest piece of shit you've ever seen. That's what you did in the toilet this morning. You're going to attack me? You're going to call me disabled because I disagree with you on something? That's your method? That's your way of doing an argument? The best fucking part of this is that you deleted this entire thread, asshole. You know, the fact that you deleted all your comments from my Facebook page, from my Facebook post, tells me I won the fucking argument, you stupid dick. Dick is not his name. Just needed to clarify that. But I'm not saying his name. Just that his podcast is shitty. Since he's going to call my podcast shitty, I'm calling his podcast shitty. Just, oh my god. So fucking funny. Just, oh my gosh. But yeah, what a dick. What a fucking dick. Yeah, that's totally fucking hilarious that he goes ahead and does that shit to me. That's really funny that he goes ahead and rips. That was just like the best response to that whole thread that I put on there. And I'm still trying to see if he actually deleted his comment. I just want to verify that because that would just, oh my, deleting your Facebook conversation with someone on their post is a sign that you've lost the argument. Seriously, if you're gonna fucking do that, that's just so funny. My god. I didn't realize that he deleted his comment because I was gonna pull it out. I was gonna go to the post and I was gonna read it off and say what the hell. I was gonna read it from the Facebook post. But then yeah, I cannot find it. It's gone. That's just so funny that it's all gone. Wow. That man, that's good. I got him so mad that he called me disabled and then he went ahead and deleted his Facebook post. His Facebook comments. I feel so fucking vindicated now that douchebag deleted his Facebook comments. That is so good. Wow. He said Justice League was the worst pile of shit that he's ever seen. And it's not. There are far worse movies than Justice League. I should do a Top 10 Thursday episode where I talk about what are the worst top 10 worst movies than Justice League, just to be fucking snarky about it. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can't believe this. This has made my week so much better that this douchebag deleted his Facebook comments. Woo! I win. I fucking win. Oh hell yeah. Wow. Man, that is so good. So fucking good. Man, so good. What the fuck else am I going to talk about in this week's episode? What else has been bothering me? I mean, that was one thing that was certainly on my mind this week. And, because I think it happened, what was it, Saturday? It was Saturday morning, I think. This all came about. And I'm like, oh, hey, this guy said all this stuff. And we found out. Wow. It was really good. That was funny. It might have been Saturday or Sunday. I don't remember, but it was just hilarious that he deleted his comments. Wow. Probably didn't want anyone to see his comments about what he said to me. And I'm like, because I thought my responses back were pretty good. It was also pretty smart of me to screenshot the entire conversation. So good. What the fuck else? Seriously, what the fuck else am I going to talk about today? I think another thing I wanted to talk about, another thing that's been on my mind this week. This week, I usually watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown, both WWE shows that are on Mondays and Tuesdays. I watch them. This week, I pretty much chose not to watch them. Monday, I went to the Salt Hill, Lebanon comedy open mic to do that, and I was there, so I didn't watch any of Monday Night Raw. I mean, I got home in time to watch the last 10 minutes, but I barely watched it. I find myself not interested in anything they're doing. I find myself not being engaged in any of their superstars. And it's not to say that all their superstars suck, but I'm just afraid to like any of their superstars because I'm afraid that they won't get the pushes that they deserve. I'm afraid that they're going to do something to them that will make me not like them. I'm just afraid that that maybe they'll get put in the tag team forever or something like that. I liked Cesaro. I really thought Cesaro has, and still has, potential to be a world champion. But he's been in a tag team. They put him in tag teams. And to me, he seems like he's clearly one of their best competitors. One of their best performers. But maybe I'm just a terrible judge of talent or not. But I don't know. It's just frustrating to see that they do very little with him. The same as with Dolph Ziggler. I thought Dolph Ziggler was one of their best wrestlers. And it still is, but I'm pretty sure he's gone now. And it's just people come in, people come along, and I'm just alright, how is the WWE going to screw this up? Are they just going to not do anything with any of these people? Because it's they have so many wrestlers, but they don't do anything with them. It's they have so much, they can't do story development with the 100 wrestlers that they have on their roster. Right? Don't they have 100 wrestlers on their entire main roster? That's ridiculous. I want to like Aleister Black, who was called up from NXT recently, but he's been doing these vignettes lately, and I don't know. I'm afraid of what they're going to do with him. What are they going to make him into like some sort of disco dancer gimmick? I feel like that's what they're leading up to. I feel like they're just going to do something that's totally going to screw him over. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid to like any wrestler that comes along, because I know they're going to just squash it. Not squash it per se, but just don't give him a chance. Or they give him a chance, but it's not a very big chance. I mean, it's very hard for these wrestlers to rise to the top when there's so many of them that they have in their company. It's no wonder that that their storylines suck, because they can't write storylines for 100 wrestlers. It's no wonder their writing sucks when they have to write for such a large roster of competitors and stuff. It's ridiculous. I just want compelling stories, or not even really compelling stories. It's just annoying. And like the people that they seem to do push, I don't like them. And it's not because they're heels. It's just that I don't think they're good wrestlers. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I think Baron Corbin sucks. I think he has good skills in the ring, but he sucks at talking. I don't hate him because he's a bad guy. I hate him because he sucks. And they have too many people on there that they press all of their heels. People hate them because why do people hate them? I feel like fans boo them not because that they're bad guys, but because most people think that they just suck. That they're not good wrestlers. And it's downpouring now. And I'm recording my podcast anyway. And that's why I'm yelling louder. But this is for all you ASMR people out there, right? Whatever the fuck ASMR stands for. It's for people who like whispering and other weird noises like that. But maybe you can hear the rain pouring down right now, but it seems it might go away in a minute or two. Or it might not. I don't really know. We'll see. It's just still raining. Isn't that something? But yeah, it's just I'm not interested in watching WWE. I'm not excited for Monday. I'm not excited for Tuesday. I don't know when the pay-per-view is. Is Money in the Bank next weekend or the weekend after that? When the fuck is Money in the Bank? Is it in June? I don't even know. I don't even care. Like, I've not watched WWE out of protest before, but I don't think I've never watched it simply because I don't care. And right now, I don't think I've ever cared less about the WWE product right now. You know? And I'm just completely dissatisfied with everything that they're doing. But it's mostly because I'm afraid of how they're going to screw up the wrestlers that they have. But part of that's because they have so many. And then they push the ones that no one actually gives a shit about. Like I said, Baron Corbin, he's not a good wrestler. I like Drew McIntyre. I think he's a heel, but I feel like they're not going to do anything with him either. He may be someone that people start rooting for, but then they just don't do anything with him. It's ridiculous, man. And what are they going to do? They'll bring in some part-timers. They'll bring Brock Lesnar back or something like that. Something fucking ridiculous like that. You can't give part-timers belts or championships. You can't give it to them. It doesn't make sense. But WWE's done it, even though it doesn't make sense. But they do a lot of shit that doesn't make sense. And I'm just as a fan, I don't care. I don't care about the WWE. And I'm going to continue not to care about the WWE. I mean, I read recaps a little bit last week, but I say last week, it was 2 fucking days ago. But I'm gonna probably not watch it Monday. Although I might, because there's nothing really else on Mondays, but I don't know. Not really sure what the fuck to do. I'll figure out something on Monday. Gotta be somewhere to go on a Monday. Maybe I'd go to Comedy and Crepes and watch that up in Burlington. No. I'll have to record WTF GOT. That's my recap of all 6 episodes of the final season of Game of Thrones, if you're interested. Let's see, I've talked about people who delete their Facebook comments. I've talked about the state of the WWE. What else? Is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh, still not drinking. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I think this is day 27 right now. We're in the midst of day 27. I've been tweeting about it every day, about how I don't drink, and I get a lot of great responses from people, and that's really encouraging. And I've gotten messages from people who quit drinking years ago, and that's really encouraging. The support that you get, the support that I've gotten on Twitter has been great. It's been great. Like, I'm proud of myself. I went to Margaritas in Lebanon last night after Golf League. I did not drink any beer at Golf League, which I was very excited about. And then I went to Margaritas and didn't have any beer. They have Burke's root beer now. So excited. So I had that. So that was good. I'm just excited about not drinking. I love how not drinking makes me feel. Like, I actually feel more alive than I ever have before now that I don't drink anymore. And I feel like it's different this time around than when I stopped drinking before. Like, I read a book this time to push me over the edge, and I think I've talked about the book, but it's called This Naked Mind. I listened to it. This Naked Mind by Annie Grace. If you're thinking about quitting drinking and you can't, you should read that book, because she gives a lot of facts and stuff, and it's very helpful. And I've probably talked about that before, but I don't care, because it's an important issue to me. And this is Trivial Nonsense Friday, and I'm going to talk about whatever the fuck is important to me, because other people might call it trivial nonsense, and I just don't give a shit. But yeah, I'm very happy that I'm almost through 27 days of not drinking ever again. Alcohol, the alcohol that you drink in a drink, the ethanol that you drink in a drink, any alcoholic drink, is the same ethanol that they fuel cars with. Of course, they put a lot more in cars. But you're drinking poison. It's destroying your body. I'm not going to tell you not to drink, but you shouldn't. And I don't want to be judgmental of people that drink, but I'm going to be. But it's like we just as a society, we just market towards drinking. We tell people, oh, have some Bud Light. You know, you see the Bud Light commercials, and you love the Bud Light commercials, and they tell you how healthy beer is. Beer is not healthy as long as alcohol's in it. But drink up, because I'm not. Someone's got to make up for it now that I don't drink, so go ahead and drink up, I guess. If that's how you want to ruin your life, go the fuck ahead. Because, like, the only problem that beer solves, that drinking solves for you, what was I going to say? Drinking doesn't solve any problems. Drinking doesn't solve any problems. That's all I was going to say. Like, drinking doesn't solve any problems. It only causes problems, is what I think I was going to say. It's ridiculous. Shouldn't drink. And I'm done drinking. I really hope I am. I never want to drink again. I'm done. I'm done with it. But drinking doesn't solve any problems. It only causes problems. If anything. Well, I think that's all I'm going to do for this week's episode of Trivial Nonsense Friday. Maybe I should have ended it a few minutes ago when I talked about how this is Trivial Nonsense Friday, and I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. And my voice is sore, and I don't feel like talking anymore. And I'm going to stop talking in a few minutes. Don't forget, you can email me, McTaggartAttack@gmail.com. Find me on Twitter @KevMcT, KEVMCT. It's the first 3 letters of my first name and the first 3 letters of my last name, you dumbass. Also, you can find the McTaggart Attack Podcast Facebook page. But more importantly, download my podcast. Tell your friends to download my podcast. Tell your enemies to download my podcast. If you hate my podcast, just download it. That's all. That's all I fucking want. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack podcast is cooking.